Welcome to the Plan C podcast. I am your host, Colin, here with an episode today. We have had some unfortunate difficulties in kind of recording and doing duopods because we're all self-quarantined. So this should actually be one of the last kind of unscheduled pods. We've got a mic upgrade coming. Our audio interface is in literally a month earlier than we thought. So, very exciting stuff. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, at plan_C_pod. Check us out on YouTube. We're going to be uploading some new content on there very shortly. We're probably going to play some Smash for a little bit, maybe for a half an hour. Just talk about Smash and just characters we like. We might do a tier list. Not sure yet, but be sure to stay tuned and check us out. Just want to say, hope everyone is staying safe out there, staying self-quarantined. It's very important. This is kind of a crazy, unprecedented time for anyone that's alive right now. And our presidential powers that be, they're I don't think they're doing anyone any favors. Anyway, that's for another podcast entirely. But today we're just, I don't know, I didn't know what quite to talk about for a little while. I thought about doing kind of a Goodfellas rewatchable, just kind of the things kind of a love letter to Goodfellas. I thought about doing that one because I rewatched the movie recently, which is certainly up there. I also thought about doing fake sports commentary over maybe like 2K and stuff, but I don't know how that would work in a pod. And there are ideas here and there, so just keep your head keep your head on a swivel for all this content. I keep saying, I gotta remember to leave that in. I'm gonna tell James, leave that in there so I remember. So we'll have duo pods coming back soon. I think we're gonna do that either over the phone or over Skype. Not entirely sure yet. To figure out the logistics with that. And you know what? So I still haven't described what we're doing in this podcast today. So today I was pretty much just gonna talk about things that personally I've been doing, and just when it is really quiet and you are alone for a long time, just things to do in the solitude of your time. So I'm just gonna talk about what I've been doing, things you could be doing to maybe help out yourself, just the little things. Personally, somebody close to my family, they had symptoms and their doctor told them not to get tested because it's better for them to stay home rather than to potentially spread it to somebody else. So they stayed home, and their doctor said that they thought they had it, but they're feeling better now, so that's very good. I hope everyone else is in good health, and I hope you're staying safe. Alright, so the things that I think about when I am kind of alone, the first thing that comes to mind is, okay, how do I make myself comfortable? And I think making yourself comfortable is kind of the most important thing here because, if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be satisfied / in a good place for an extended amount of time, and you don't want to do that. So whatever making yourself comfortable means, whether it's having a TV in your room, having a special setup for your laptop, having structure around you. I think that that's the most important thing when we're in a situation like this. And personally, I've made sure that I'm eating 3 meals a day, and I also made sure that, or I have also been making sure that, I'm still brushing my teeth and taking showers, just making sure I keep up my hygiene. Although I'll be honest here, I didn't put on deodorant for like 5 days, so I was still showering, but the BO was kind of bad at the opposite end of the day of when I had not taken a shower. But it's just comfort is so important because comfort just leads to potential idleness. And I think idleness can be good for passing the time, but if you really want to keep your brain active, oh, that's our other producer Moose barking. Fun stuff. Other ways to occupy that then idle time is, discover movies that you want to watch, read that book you've been meaning to read. If you've had that thing on your mind for a while now and it's always like, oh, X is in the way, oh, I can't do this because I gotta wake up earlier in the morning, while you still might have to work from home, I think there is a lot more free time because our outside time has been restricted, so we literally can't do anything. So again, that project you've been working on, whatever it is, just get your butt up, and just get to it. It's so important because you were just in a situation where you were working in a pattern and you had a routine and everything was set. That's been disrupted. Your brain isn't gonna be able to get the sort of little boost that you regularly would from your regular life. So now you have to find those little spots of dopamine and be like, oh wow, I really like watching Martin Scorsese movies, or I really like, rereading manga I haven't read since I was in 6th grade, or it's what's gonna make you happy when you're feeling really shitty, and literally whatever it is. Personally, I like to maybe go for a longboard if I'm feeling really upset, and you just I live near a park and there's a really nice long hill in it, and it takes a while to work up to, and it just feels really good going down, especially at night and when there's no people around. And so that's a coping mechanism that just makes me happy. And even in times like this where it's just everything is sort of really tight in terms of people's emotions and just day-to-day living, where it's like, wow, I worked for 8 hours and now there's like a lot of hours at home to do whatever. So I don't know. Discovering more about yourself is really important in this time. And then you're having fun. Discovering things you like is really just fun. Not only is that so much time occupied, but then you're chilling for all that time, and you get to be entertained. You can use it as background noise, whatever. Just expand your horizons, because without it, when it gets quiet, it's not going to be fun, because none of this is fun. I don't care if you're an extreme introvert. Everybody needs to go outside. And 3 months of this isn't it, it fucking sucks. It sucks if that's what it's going to be, especially when the leaders of our country don't seem to be listening to science. And I don't know, when you start to deny science, that's when shit is really starting to fucking hit the fan. And these, while personally I am extremely lucky, these are still scary times. I have relatives who probably don't take this as seriously as they should, and at the other side of it, I have relatives who are like really, really paranoid about this. So it's a tough time, man. And we're still gonna try and churn out content for you guys. I know that Cameron is gonna be recording a solo podcast for you guys soon, so that'll be great. But I just really hope that everyone out there is having peace. They're at peace with themselves, because this is the time to kind of reflect on that as well. And then that's another thing I've been doing. I've been meditating. And, usually with meditating, I try and just like control my breathing and just really just, you know, try not to think about these things and let them ruminate, because when you're meditating, most of the times it's just yourself and it's real quiet. So, meditate, and on the other opposite end of that, think about some of these things. If you're getting really upset with your family and you don't know why, just think about, obviously, cabin fever aside, it's good to look at, why am I always getting upset over XYZ? Is the way somebody doing something, maybe it's not that action or it's something deeper. I don't know. I'm getting kind of armchair psychiatrist. Isn't that what they say? Armchair psychiatrist? I don't know. I've heard of people putting sort of, and this was in Italy, I heard, and then I think people in New York City are doing it. I've heard them putting like shit in the not shit, but like rainbows and stuff in their window so that kids can see it and sort of have a fun little activity to do if, they are taking a walk outside with their parents, because it's unrealistic to be cooped inside all day. Social distancing sucks, but if it makes a difference, it makes a difference. Where if we have to make the sacrifice now to get 6 months of, living, that's fine, but just let's make the sacrifice, I don't know. I feel like this podcast has been all over the place, but at the same time, we just wanted to get out some content, and, I have my notes in front of me, but this is kind of, it's a weird discussion, because the road ahead is so muddled, and it's so just sort of blind. We're driving blind here because we can't really control what's going on to the extent of beyond our own actions. And that's true with most things in life, but most times in those situations we can live our life. Right now, we can't really live our life, so it's different. Also, if you're somebody who has been watching the news all day, like, that's not healthy. It's, and same with like being on political Twitter or something all day. There's so much negativity in the news and in politics in general right now. So I just think it's best that it just figure out something else. Don't occupy your mind with such negativity, because when you let that negativity in, it just kind of sits and festers without, being expelled. So, I don't know. Really try and stay positive, y'all. I know this hasn't been the most exciting podcast, but it's just about keeping your spirits up, and just finding the small things, finding the animal to snuggle, finding the anime to watch, finding the song you like, finding the album you can listen to on repeat, shit like that. So I genuinely hope that that's what people are doing. I'm gonna have a short episode for today, because I think we're gonna have longer episodes coming up, and want to be able to kind of keep it mixy. So once again, thank you so much for listening to the Plan C podcast. I hope everyone out there is staying healthy, staying safe. Hope your family is staying safe as well. Please check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Follow us on, subscribe to us on Spotify, on YouTube, Apple. Rate us on Apple. Leave why you like it, leave why you hate it. Anything is really helpful, guys. Share our Instagram page, tell your friends. And we have stickers that we will be posting this weekend. So I hope that, everyone is staying positive. Positivity is really important in a time like this, because we don't have much else to be besides be positive. I hope everyone has a great evening right now. It is 4:20 exactly. Haha, nice. And again, I know this is a shorter one, but keep your ears open in the future. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. See ya.